Believe it or not, most people do not wish for you to succeed in life. They actually pray for your downfall if you dare to rise above them. In many of my videos I have explained why that is the case. In today's video though, I just want to give you a reminder, a clarification, a thumbs up if you will, that if you have something inside you that literally screams at you to go after, do it and ignore the losers. Envious people are everywhere, and sometimes the ones closest to us we never imagine would actually hurt us are those envious spirits wishing for our downfall. Simply because we are different, we stand for something in life that they do not have. We have something inside of us that they greatly lack. Compared to you back in time, they actually realize that something resides in you that they greatly lack. Therefore, they understand that you have strength, character, honesty, something inside you basically making it possible for you to manifest in life your wishes, your dreams. And these people, these envious moronic morons, sooner or later, actually very quickly to be honest, realize by comparing themselves all the time to the external world, and in this case to you or to me or to anyone else, they realize that we have something inside of us that quickly and greatly shows and highlights how different we are, how strong we are, how strong we actually do not care what someone else might think of us. While them, for example, they greatly take care and want to know what the external world is thinking of them. So they're all the time living basically in a cage. We aren't. We are free. We are free to express ourselves. We are free to basically make our dreams a reality. While these people, once again, the envious moronic moron, will never succeed in life. They have a way of thinking, a way of behaving, and being unable to adapt to any new circumstances in life. It makes those people very envious, very angry, seeing other people succeed in life. Because they themselves were too weak in life to fight for their own voice, for their own stance, basically not being able to make themselves seen in the world. Uncomfortable situations like an argument, a simple family argument, or having to negotiate at work, for example, to get more money, to get a better contract. For ordinary, bad, envious people, this is already too much. That kind of people always want to be seen in a good light. They want to be seen as a good citizen. They want to basically feel morally superior. While everything is basically just a facade, it's just an image portrayed to the outside world, what they lack inside totally. It's just a simple image that can actually be broken down very quickly by people like ourselves, because we all the time walk in truth. We all the time walk with integrity. We all the time, for example, fight for the truth, especially against great societal pressure. And in every single century, there had been enormous societal pressure put down on the people by the establishment of each time, each century. And only the very few were strong enough to fight back, to highlight, for example, any nonsense that the establishment wants to hide, wants to manipulate about, so the ordinary people actually do not see the truth and do as told. People who know their strength, people who are able to walk their own path, regardless if it has to be a lonely path for some time, are a great threat to any tyranny, to any establishment that wants a certain agenda to be played out. It can be seen in a globally perspective. It can also be seen just in a city-wise perspective, or a village perspective, a family perspective. Someone in a family who has maybe great ideas, who is completely different, who has strength and self-esteem, might actually be a complete threat to this family structure, because this family structure has their own agenda. They also want to be seen in a certain light to their neighbors, to their external family, and everyone around them connected to them. So someone who dares to break out has to be seen as the enemy, has to be defined as the enemy, because how dare them, or for example you, how dare you to want to have a great life? How dare you to still not be broken down by society? How dare you that you are still happy after so much time has passed? 2, 3, 4 decades, for example. Why are you not broken down by society and time itself? So many other people are broken down quite easily because of a little bit of pressure, because they want to be seen in a good light, because they were bullied, for example, during school time, maybe at the workplace, because they do a way better job than the rest. Why isn't it me broken down like the rest? Once again, because we have something inside of us that greatly highlights the difference between a winner and a loser. This is something that you have to understand. If you are the target of whatever is going on, there is something inside of you. There is something really, truly inside of you that you need to find, because there's a reason why someone, for example, is talking about you, why someone is gossiping about you, why someone is trying to deform your character. We're not talking here about nerds, for example, that are dressing themselves in a strange way, looking strangely, talking strangely. We are talking about people who have dreams, who have a vision, who know how to talk, who know how to walk, who know how to, for example, persuade other people to believe in themselves, so that they themselves find strength inside they never thought about, that they actually had. It was a mystery to them, basically. They were walking through an immense fog throughout life. Suddenly they meet 1 or 2 people and their entire lives change within a few years. While envious people, moronic morons, once again, they won't change even in decades. Because they realize that they lack the strength, they lack the necessary self-esteem in order, for example, to accomplish something. Because in order to accomplish something, you have to voice yourself, you have to present yourself. You are now the focus of attention. You have to be the one fighting for your own dreams, and sometimes even your own life. Okay? And that is something that people do not want to do, because they are the center of attention. All life long, they have been basically trained to be gray, to be not seen. The system itself shows the people that they should think of themselves as insignificant, as tiny, as little. Little you, little them, whatever. What can you do alone? Nothing, basically. That is the message of a government. That is the message of a system. That is the message of a family structure. And that is something to break. That is something to destroy. That is something to not just destroy, but rise above it. And then implement your structure. Structure that helps other people, highlights their strength, without, for example, ridiculing their weaknesses, like so many other people do. Once again, when it comes to family structure, working place, friends and family, envious people in general, you have to ask yourself a simple question. Because once again, I've said it quite a few times in my videos, and I'm gonna say it here again. The term friend is unfortunately greatly overused and misused. Friends usually means that people have met together during a certain time through the local factor, which means that they have met each other, for example, because they all live in the same village, the same town, the same street, the same neighborhood. And once people grow older, usually what happens is that people lose sight of each other. Even though in today's time, through technology, you would actually be able to quickly and all the time respond with people very easily. Yet contacts completely vanish. Why is that the case? They were never friends to begin with. It was just a local factor and nothing else. Friends will always stick together. Friends will always help each other. Friends will always be reachable. They won't be mad if you call them at night because it's something very important to talk about. They might be, of course, annoyed because you've woken them up, but they will never be like truly mad once they understand what's going on. So you want to have real friends in your life, people surrounded. You want to surround yourself with people that you can trust, that are also thinking in the same way like you do, like a winner. We're not talking here about losers connecting with losers so they can say, oh, he said, this Roy on the internet said, yeah, okay, we're able to connect. And in fact, they are losers connecting and then gossiping and talking trash about other people. No. We're talking all the time in all of my videos about people who have ambitions, people who have dreams, people who want to see something happen in this world in their lifetime, something great that, for example, maybe no one in their family achieved before. So you have to ask yourself a simple question. The ones you hang up around with all the time, are they really friends? Do they deserve the title of a friend? Would they actually laugh about you, for example, if you dare to speak your truth to them, your dreams, your ambitions and goals? And once they realize you are very, very serious about them, because they over time see that you do certain steps which actually get you to certain results. And once they realize, when we come back to the beginning, you dare to rise above them, how do they respond? Do you want to have really such people around you? Or wouldn't it be actually better to cut them off as quickly as possible once you identify someone isn't actually a friend? Cut them off. Try to heal in solitude, what most people are unable to do so anyway. Hence so many broken people in society in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on. Broken people by society and time itself. Misusing, for example, drugs, right? So you heal in solitude, which might take maybe just a few years, 1 to 3 years, if you really truly dedicate yourself to it and you're completely at zero once again. What most people will never actually achieve. Most people might, because of certain circumstances, be stuck all life long on the same nonsense that happened maybe a decade ago. The traumata of, I don't know, a broken relationship, the traumata of a broken friendship, the traumata of someone in the family misusing their power. And these people are unable to solve those problems. So once again, wouldn't it be better to cut people off as quickly as possible once you identify who is basically a friend and who isn't? So you can attract while healing, while being true to yourself, maybe finding things about yourself that you never seen before in that solitude moment. So you in the end attract the ones that you actually want to hang around with, who you do not have to worry about them. You do not have to worry about being manipulated. You do not have to worry about being lied on, deceived on, cheated on. Great nonsense what's going on right now in this world that everyone can actually see on social media, greatly highlighted, great nonsense basically. And that can be avoided by simply staying true to yourself, going a step or two backwards, you are actually able to have a greater perspective on what's in front of you, and also to the left and right and behind. So you take a few steps back to take time out, and then you can realize what's going on. You can focus on what's going on. You can perceive on what's going on. You can understand the situation better by taking time off, by going a few steps back, by being alone, by not having any influence around you, in order to make the necessary steps for the future, to attract the people that you want, to attract the outcome that you want, to basically cut off as quickly as possible moronic morons you do not want to interact with in life anymore. Because it's all about you making your dreams come true. You want to rise, you want to shine, you want to feel great, you want to feel happy, you want to have the money, you want to have the dream life of whatever it is for most people. Everyone has a complete different standpoint about success in general. For many, though, it's having also money on the side, to not worry, for example, anymore about money. All those things combined will make it more possible for the individual to come closer to the one and only truth. And once you come closer to the one and only truth flowing through the universe, you will greatly actually realize it, because guess what? Your life will be of no nonsense anymore. There will be no bullshittery, no drama, no idiocy, nothing. It will be less and less and less. Only good people. Maybe here and there an argument, but that is nothing that gets you into negative stress. Nothing of that caliber anymore. What you, for example, maybe had to tolerate when you were a child, when you were a teenager, or what you had to tolerate because you needed the money at a certain job, I don't know. It's for everyone, it's a complete different story. Some people found their strength in their 40s and 50s. Some people like myself already found their strength in their teenage times, because they were greatly attacked by other moronic morons, envious bastards, who couldn't dare to see, I don't know, that, for example, I got the attention of women back then, that I got better marks than them, that I had a lot of, you could say, friendship with the teachers and professors even. Basically being someone the focus of attention in a room. And weak bastards can't deal with it. Envious morons cannot defend that standpoint to see it happen. It's not them, it's someone else. So what they will be doing most of the time? Attacking that person, gossiping about that person, making it difficult for other people to connect with that person, even though there is no connections between, for example, this individual and that group. So it's already talking negatively to them about this individual. So they already question what's going on. It's all about rising and shining, being the light in darkness. That's only something for strong people. People who know who they are. And I put great emphasis on that subject in actually all of my videos, and I'm gonna do it again and again and again. Do you think I care what losers think of me? Do you care what morons might do against me? I have more knowledge than them. I have more wisdom than them. I have more money than them. I have more connections that these freaks will never achieve. Never allow people to talk you down. You have something inside you probably that they lack in life. They compare themselves, all their decisions that they have done in their entire lives, to you and to your decisions, and greatly see that you are far superior than them. You had the strength to fight for something that they did not. And they, because of their own choices, became insignificant in life, while you did not. This is something to realize about people Because envy is very, very bad. Misery loves company, after all. You're gonna achieve great things in life, act accordingly. Do not allow people to talk you down. Do not allow people to talk bad about you. Simply ignore them. Walk away once you see and realize, for example, deception. Respectfully remove yourself silently. This is a great thing. Don't argue with those people. Simply remove yourself. It's about you, and you only alone. Have the courage to be yourself.